If you decide one day that everything that you wish for is unreal, is too much, it will never come true because it's apparently impossible in real life, please watch this video, save this video so you can always rewatch it. It's gonna be a nice, good reminder for you. Hello everyone, my name is Caroline, and right now at this moment, I'm very happy and excited because I'm in Paris. As you can see, it even says on my t-shirt, I bought it here. I am a true Paris fan, and the story that I'm gonna tell you today is gonna be very much connected to the city. It started many years ago, around 15 years ago. And I just right now, when I came to the city, realized how crazy my life works. I realized that I manifested all of those things that happen around me. This amazing apartment, living in different cities, travel the world, flying on private jets, living with absolute abundance from the inside. All of this was naturally manifested by me when I was a little kid and didn't even know what manifestation word exists. So today's story is going to be about that. I want to share with you my personal rules and mechanism of how those things work, of how everything in my life is always happening the way I wanted. All of my dreams, all of my goals always come true sooner or later, but usually very soon. So I just want to share with you this mindset, those important things that I honestly believe everyone has to know in their life if they really want to change it, if they really want to live the best out of it. So let's start. I also shared in more detail the story about Paris and the whole manifestation thing. So if you're interested, go check it on my Instagram. I post there every day, so you can see me there way more often. It's a very symbolical video because this city, Paris, inspired me to film it. I think it was one of the most important and big dreams I had when I was a kid, when I was maybe around 10 years old. To give you a little context of my life, it's important for today's video. My parents migrated to Russia before I was born, so I grew up in Moscow in a super normal family. I did not come from privilege, and I don't know how or from where maybe someone told me that Disneyland exists. I clearly remember this moment when I was sitting on the PC and scrolling the Disneyland website, looking at all of those beautiful castles they had there, all of these attractions. Everything was looking so unreal for me. I remember scrolling this website. I was so shocked that this, even exists on this planet. Like, I exist in my small apartment, going to normal school. Nothing really had anything extra crazy. We exist in the same lifetime as Disneyland, and some of the kids really go there and really have this chance to experience this. Now I realize it, but at the moment I was just shocked. And I remember telling my dad that I want to go there so bad. I don't know, I really want to go. And I asked him, would he do this for me? Would we go? If this is possible. And he told me, yeah, sure, one day we will do that. For the record, he never got a chance to get me to Disneyland. But now when I'm thinking about it, I appreciate so much, and I really want to say a very big thank you to him for not shrinking me, for not telling me, no, this is impossible. Why would you think even about it? This is too expensive, or this is so far. Take it out of your head. This is not possible. We cannot go. He did not do that. For this, I'm really grateful, and I think this is a very important part of the way I was growing up because it really affected my mindset and the life that I live right now. So for all of these 15 years from the moment I was wishing about Disneyland, oh my God, I'm telling you about it right now, I want to cry. But it's not the time yet, okay? Hold on. So from this moment, 15 years ago, when I was dreaming about Disneyland, till today, that was a very big chunk of time in between, basically biggest part of my own life. And when I was reflecting on that, I realized a very important, crucial, I would say, thing that got me to this point where I am right now. And I'm not only talking just coming to Paris. This video is not about me coming to Paris. This video about the mindset and the choices I made through life based on this mindset. Our reality fully depends on our thoughts. It fully depends of what thoughts we put into our head. Where is our focus? There is a very big difference on how kids dream about something, on how they talk about their wishes, and how adults do the same thing. And I honestly think that this is the biggest problem, the biggest issue why so many adults cannot get what they want and live the life they do not want because of this difference. And let me explain you just in more detail so you understand what I'm talking about. When I was a kid, 15 years ago, and I wanted to go to Disneyland, and I watched a lot of movies and cartoons about Paris and about Eiffel Tower, whatever, I was not thinking about how am I gonna get there, who is gonna take me there, how much is it gonna cost, how far away it is, how I'm gonna make money to do such a thing. My pure wish to go to Disneyland is fully connected with the emotion, with internal feeling and mood. This is first thing. So my dream is connected with me emotionally. The second thing, which is also very important, kids do not have filters. If I want to go to Paris, as I said, I'm not thinking about anything except just being in Paris, being in Disneyland, and having fun there. So these two things are crucial when you dream about something, the way you live your life, the type of people you meet. These two things are baseline for the life you want to live. So what do we do as adults? Let's say you wish for a lot of money, you wish for a nice career, you wish for a big house. All of those things, when you just wish for them specifically, first of all, they're not connected emotionally at all. That's why sometimes, for example, you get what you wanted, but you are so horribly exhausted. For example, your wish is to make $1 million. Since you did not specify how are you going to get it in terms of like how are you going to feel, since you did not put any emotional connection with it, no emotional input was made into this wish, that means you give someone else, you hand someone else to choose for you in what way this wish is going to happen. Because there are millions of ways and the possibilities of how this can come true. For example, you can earn $1 million because your rich relative died, or you can get it because you won a lottery, or you can get it with doing something you really love in your life, with the job that you found, like something that you really admire to do and you just make those money full of happiness. Or you can make the same money sacrificing so much in your life, being so tired, being so exhausted, sacrificing your family, sacrificing relationships, not having kids till you're 50 years old, sacrificing your health, but still also get those $1 million. And in the end, probably feel so empty and horrible. Like the wish came true. Congratulations. But there's a very big difference between this wish coming true in a very nice, beautiful way, or the same wish has another choice to come in such a horrible circumstances that you would not even want this to happen. You would not even be happy that this wish came true. So what I'm trying to say here is that when you wish about something, when you set goals, when you think and realize what type of life you want to live, it's very important to be emotionally connected to this goal and to this dream. For example, I don't just want $1 million. I want to make $1 million and feel full, realized, happy about my life. I want to make those $1 million with an amazing job that I find myself in, that I enjoy. I want to have this $1 million and feel very good about it. And why do I want it? This is also a very important question. Because we all, when we wish about something, we all want this because of the feeling. For example, to feel happy, to feel loved, to feel appreciated, to feel accepted. We do not want $1 million in a world where money does not mean anything, right? So the $1,000,000 itself is not the main goal. The goal might be freedom. The goal might be something else. But the point always stays the same, that behind every material goal, you have to describe really fully, really detailed emotions that you want to feel when you achieve this goal, when you achieve this dream. So me as a kid, I obviously did not think about it the way I'm telling it to you right now. It took me many, many years to understand this mechanism that happened with me naturally. But as I said, since I was a kid and everything in my life was just filtered only with emotions and in the way I want to feel and in the state I want to be. But now when we're in adults, we have to put ourselves into this kid position. We have to say hello to our inner child, to be closer to ourselves, so the quality of the dreams and how fast they're going to become true is more accurate. And the second thing is that usually when we're in adults, we have so many filters, right? Come to us and they grow with us. They could come from our family. For example, my dad could have told me, we cannot go, this is not possible. Okay, one filter, Paris is not possible for me. Or next level is, let's say, school. You have friends that also do not believe in you, some friends, some people at school that bully you, for example, right? And say that you are fat or you ugly or you're not funny enough. If we go to a next level in romantic relationships, let's say person abandoned you or rejected. What is that? Let's wait till that stops. Oh my god, seriously? I just noticed that, so I hope. Wait, what is going on? Wait, this is not what I had on my screen. I had this, and it was so beautiful. I hope it was all this time here. Even if not, whatever. You're here to listen of what I say and make your life better, so this should not affect it. Anyways, let's continue. So we were talking about romantic relationships. Someone rejects you, for example, and you also get one more filter, one more wall inside of you that tells you, I'm not good enough. I have to deserve love. I cannot be who I am. So while you're growing up, you already have so many walls, so many filters that anything you do in your life, any action goes through a million of filters of the way you have to act, of the way you have to say things, of the way people have to like you. So when, let's say, a crazy idea from your inner world comes into your head, pops into your head, I want to go to Paris. I'm 20 years old. I'm in university right now. I feel like I want to do something. Or I want to have such an amazing relationships where a man loves me, when he takes care of me, where we have such a beautiful connection. And in the middle of this crazy idea, you cut yourself. It does not even go through all of those filters, through all of those questions. Wait. I'm not good enough. I cannot have a nice relationships because my previous ones obviously taught me that I have to sacrifice something. I have to struggle. I'm not good enough. I'm also ugly because random guy told me that at school. So all of those thoughts, all of those filters, there's so many in your head that you don't even let yourself wish about something bigger. You don't even let yourself to just dream and be in your head and at least in your head, make those things possible. I want to travel the world. I don't want to work in the office anymore. I want a healthy, nice, beautiful relationship. So the main goal here of all of us, when we making our wish list, when we're making the whole plan of how we want to live our life, when we becoming responsible for our life and we take this responsibility of by ourselves say how our life is going to be, not think that let's just see, we don't know, how can we create plans, the world is so vulnerable, everything is poor, we could never make it, blah blah blah. It's just, I'm just giving you examples so you understand the mechanism itself. When you plan it yourself, put those goals yourself, and you becoming the author of your own life, when you becoming the main character of your own movie, of your own universe, you have to make sure that all of those dreams and wishes that you have and that you write down, you do from this inner self, which means you turn off all of those filters and you wish about whatever comes into your mind, whatever gives you joy. You're not thinking about how much this is going to cost. How would you do this? Is it possible or not? Or maybe I'm just dumb thinking about it. It cannot happen into my life. I'm too normal for that. Or like, I could never do this. All of those filters should be off. This is a very good practice. I think for the past 5-6 years, I have a list of wishes, at least 100 per year, of different wishes from different spheres. It could be something material, it could be something more about, as I said, about the feelings and like that I want to, for example, make more friends, or that I want to change my job or the way I want to become. For example, I want to take care more about my body, about my style, and etc. etc. So every year I have at least 100, and this practice really helps to not filter your own good thoughts, your own wishes, and to not catch and stop this beautiful thought about maybe I want to travel the world, maybe I just want to go to the island and save turtles for a few months. These walls and these filters do not stop this beautiful idea of yours. So what you have to do is to not think about how you're gonna make it. You don't have to think about like how much this is going to cost. Is this real? Is this possible? Imagine that you are yourself many years ago. This is the right way to do it, and this is the closest one to real you, which means all of those dreams and everything that you wish for, it really comes from inside of you. It does not come from category of like, what can I give myself right now at the moment because I have $5,000 salary in a month, for example. That's why I wish only for things that allow me to wish for them. Like this 5,000 allow me to wish only for specific things. This is my border, this is my filter. So this should not be the right way of doing this. If those filters, borders, and restrictions, if all of this does not exist in your head, it does not exist in reality. And sooner you understand that, faster you're gonna get whatever you want in your life. So if we continue my story about Paris, when I eventually got here, as I said, it was a huge gap. But during this whole gap, I was never filtering my dreams. I was never thinking about how possible this is. I was never doing such a thing. If someone would tell me 10 years ago that, hey, you're gonna live this beautiful life, you're gonna have everything you want and even more, that would be crazy. I would probably not believe in that, because everything would happen to me during those times. I was absolutely delulu, always. When I was younger, my favorite car was cabriolet, so the one without the roof. Obviously, my parents could never afford such a thing. Obviously, my parents could never afford Paris and Disneyland and some things like that. But this never stopped me from thinking that when I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna have a big mansion, I'm gonna have many kids, I'm gonna have 10 cars so I can drive them every day, different car. Like, I don't know how all of this came into my head. As I said, it's probably because I just never filtered it. Somewhere I saw something in the movie, I don't know, people around me, Instagram, whatever. But the point is that I was never filtering all of those things. So even when I was a kid and I knew that logically this life isn't real for me, like this cannot exist in the same reality that I live in, but I always kept believing in that. I always, I think this is also a very important thought, that I never calibrated and matched my own reality and life right now at the moment with the wishes I want to have and do. So for example, if I live in a little village and there's nothing that I can have from everything I want right now in the moment, that does not mean that I'm not going to wish for that. This does not mean that I'm going to forever live in the village and say to myself, oh, I'm nothing, I cannot do this, there's nothing, this is just faith, I should just say, okay, thank you, and just live forever like this. This is very important, to never match your reality, your normal you, with your perfect you, which already lives in the reality you want. Never match those two things, because obviously they're different and it takes time and a beautiful way to get where you want to get. So if you already have those thoughts in your head that you're thinking and wishing about something unbelievable at the moment, about something that no one around you have, about someone that even you are scared of wishing about such a great big thing, if it's possible for you to think about it, and if you have this ability to fantasize about this, think about what emotions this would give you, what is the big reason why of the main goal. If you have all of this, there's no way it's not gonna happen. If you already can imagine it and think about it, this will happen. So make sure you filter your thoughts only with the good things. You think about yourself only in a good way. You, first of all, believe in yourself and in everything that you wish for. You do not filter crazy ideas, big dreams. When you make all of those wish lists, you making them from abundance. You do not write them down from fears and lack of something. For example, I want $1 million because right now I feel so insecure and so bad, and I think that somehow money will change and fix my life. No. Every time you write a wish, turn on feelings, turn on the way you're going to connect with those goals, turn on the best, the most beautiful things in you that are going to help you to achieve this dream. When I finally arrived to Paris, the thing is that I realized that it was never about the city itself. I'm gonna even tell you more. When I came to Disneyland, that was the worst attraction park for me from all of the parks I've ever been. Like, I just did not like it because it was all for kids. It's a very symbolical thing that happened that I just honestly realized right now in the moment when I'm telling you the story, that little me wanted to go to this Disneyland. So when I came there, I already outgrown this so much. I already achieved so many things that I could have not even believed that they are real and they could happen with a normal girl from a little town. So Paris for me, it's not just I wish to come to the city. It somehow became this big dream about freedom, big dream of something that I thought that is so unreal. Oh my God, stop crying. That was my reaction, by the way, when I first time saw Eiffel Tower. I just started crying because, as I said, it was so much bigger than the city. It was never about the city itself. It was about this feeling that I made it, that I live a real life. I am the normal girl from a little city living on real life. My life right now is a dream. And it was my dream many years ago. And I never gave up for this. Even when it was hard, I never thought that it's not for me. I never thought that all of those unreal things are not meant for me. So I finally made it. This city, this Eiffel Tower, this whole... That's crazy. You see, it's such a energetic theme for me. It's so much energy in this topic I have that it just wants to all come out, which is crazy because I live in Paris the whole month now. I'm not even a tourist here. I just came here to actually live. But it still hits me because it was such a big thing. It was such a big proof of that everything what I wish for, everything what I want is possible. There's nothing I cannot do. There's nothing I cannot have. This thing, it just does not exist. If I want to go to the moon and I actually commit to this goal and I actually really want it and need it, I'm gonna do it, no doubts. So yeah, somehow this city became for me way more than just a city. Because for me, it was about a very long way of beautiful life that I created by myself, that I created by choices that I made and by dreams that I wished for and by the goals I set for myself. Never ever settled for less. Never stopped believing in myself. So now I'm here, living a free life, living a very beautiful, full life, enjoying my reality and my day, because I made my life, like literally manifestation from the day I remember myself was working for me always. I did not even know what that means. I just made it naturally, and this knowledge, this feeling, this natural obsession with the best life for myself, with getting the better version of myself over and over again. Because you know, when you achieve one little thing, you're thinking, wow, what is next? Is there anything else? That means if I did this, that means I can do even more. And when you achieve to another, when you go to a next step, you're thinking, oh wow, okay, so I can do so much more now. That means I can go even more. And this feeling, it's amazing. I wish everyone, I wish you wake up in the morning and you love your life so much, because everything in your life is the way you want it. You woke up next to the person you love and you chose. You woke up in an amazing apartment you love, and everything is there the way you want because you chose it. You go to a job that you love more than anything in this world because you chose this job for yourself, because you did not settle for less. You have many kids, or maybe you don't have at all because you chose. It was all your choice. The life that you created like a Lego constructor, it was all because you created it for yourself. Not your parents, not your friends, not your partner. You made each decision, and all of these decisions combined is your dream, beautiful life that you wished for. I'm so grateful for everything what's happening in my life right now. I'm so grateful, and I'm saying thank you to myself for filming this video. The whole intention of this video is to give you inspiration, and one more time for you to understand that anything, whatever you wish for, is possible. There's no exceptions. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I wish that all of your dreams, especially the biggest ones, come true. Bye bye. Or should I say, au revoir.